My name is Mary Shine. I'm a creative writing major at New York University. I made this zine called Yours Truly and Other Stories last year, and I'm going to be putting up a series of the first story, which is called Electrolytes. So I hope you enjoy this reading. Okay, here it goes. This is called Electrolytes, and I wrote it last year. I don't like Gatorade. I don't like anything that stains my mouth, so I don't like Tootsie Pops unless I bite them immediately, and I don't like prank gum that turns your mouth black. I also don't like the prank gum where when you try and pull it out of the packaging, your finger springs a trap, and some piece of metal snaps you. I don't like Gatorade because it has electrolytes. I don't know what electrolytes are, and I don't like that light is pronounced light, but has no I, G, or H. It looks like a misspelling of a misspelling, like the printers who packaged light food forgot to use spell check when someone made a mistake. I don't like Gatorade because it has calories. I don't like drinks that have calories because my mom said they were bad. If you eat too many of them, you start to get fat. When you're fat, you have to start eating all those low-calorie foods with light misspelled on the package, and watch Sweatin' to the Oldies, and drink creamy milk chocolate Slim Fast. And if there's one thing I don't like more than Gatorade, it's creamy milk chocolate Slim Fast. Gatorade is the only thing you could drink at drop-ins over at E.K. Hydale's Kids Community Center. There's other vending machines with bottled water and diet sodas, even the one with the corner with cherry pies. But they're all shut off for the drop-ins, except the Gatorade machine. Its orange bolt is always glowing. I asked Mrs. Gilberry, the chaperone, why we couldn't use the other vending machines. "We don't want you kids guzzling down junk food," she said, and folded her meaty arms over her chest. She looked like she was about to give a satisfied cluck at this point, or maybe proudly poop an egg. I always thought Mrs. Gilberry was a witch, and that her familiar form might be a chicken, because she had a really white, tender breast and no chin, and Nancy Gilberry, her kid, who was also a witch, these things are genetic, was her identical chick. I don't think anybody else noticed the resemblance, though, because everybody loved Nancy while hating her mother, including Nancy. In fact, Nancy loved herself and hated her mother most of all. The night I really decided I hated Gatorade was at last week's drop-in. I've always kind of hated Gatorade, because my mom only bought the competing brand, Powerade. I always got made fun of in the cafeteria, because Powerade wasn't good enough. I guess it's because it doesn't have the reptile in the name, or make you sweat neon or whatever. And I still hate Powerade, because it stains my mouth. The only color of Powerade, or Gatorade, that doesn't stain your mouth is yellow. And number 1, who likes lemon lime? Number 2, it looks like alien piss. My mom dropped me off early at the community center, because she works the night shift. So like always, I was the first one there, watching everyone parade in and drinking Powerade. Henry Boyle, who has braces on his leg and crutches and walks like Frankenstein, came right after me and hobbled over to the basketball court. Dennis Bowles with the monster acne, and Jessie Whitey, the fat girl, got there after him, giggling and getting a good spot on the edge of the dance floor, where Dennis could pick at his pimples all night in peace. For a while, nobody's filtered in. Those filler kids you see in the hallway, and nowhere else. And then the high society arrived. That meant Jenna Sadler and a group of just-turned pretty girls, including my old friend Katie Clausen, gravitating around Gossip Central, Nancy Gilberry. Of course they were trailed by the fake tough voices of Sean Oberman and all the other guys who get blowjobs in the back of the bus and play sports. The flavor of Powerade I was drinking was Mountain Blast, which is blue, and while I was wondering what part of the exploded mountain blue Powerade came from, I was making sure it didn't touch my mouth. That meant tilting my head back and trying to pour it down my throat. I was missing, and little rivers of bright blue ran down my mouth, to my throat, to my shirt. Someone in a fake tough voice shouted, "Hey doofus, you need a bib?" Others, some fake tough, some not, laughed. My Powerade was half done by the time the VIPs had entered, and I moved from the front door to the second floor. Most girls socialized on the second floor, around the open track. The track was cut out in the center, giving an overhead view of the basketball courts. So it also happened to be the best spot for girls to look down at all the guys who it was okay to have a crush on, and pick out a crush. Right, it's the first 3 pages. I'll be adding the other pages in installments. So keep looking at this channel. Bye guys.